We have a jam-packed video for you today because we are going to go through some really cool travel gear items that you may not know about or may not have thought of. These have worked for us for the past decade of travel, and we're going to share some ideas with you.
Yeah, it's going to be stuff that we use for packing, stuff that we use for electronics, stuff that we just take with us on our travels that makes things a little bit easier.
Now, the first thing that probably everybody knows about, we're going to start off easy, is a packing cube. We carry a bunch of different packing cubes, all different colors. We stuff our clothes into them, and they are fantastic for packing your clothes. You can actually get some compression cubes as well. So if you have some bulky items, you can put them in, zip it up, and then zip it up again to make everything small. It keeps your packing in your suitcase really nice and neat.
And organized, which is something that we need, so there's not like different clothes all over the place like that. Now that I've gotten older and I actually care what my clothes look like when I get to a destination, and because we do a lot more business travel, I like to keep my shirts as neat as possible and pants and all that kind of stuff. So there's these great things by Eagle Creek, which are actually folders for your shirt. And the way they work is absolutely fantastic. They lie flat. They just open like this with Velcro. They give you a guide on how you fold your shirt, exactly like this. You stack them on top of each other, close it up, all zipped up nicely, and lay it in your backpack or your suitcase, boom, and it keeps everything nice and folded rather than crumpled up. So this works great in addition with the packing cubes you can use for stuff that you can stuff, but this lays nice and flat. So I highly recommend this if you want some good looking shirts when you get to a destination.
And you can pack 3, 4, 5 shirts in one of these. It's fantastic.
And they come in different sizes. There's actually a small, medium, and large.
Yeah,
so
you can even put a jacket in there, one of your sports coats in there.
Or pants. You can do any kind of clothing that you want to keep neat and non-wrinkled in one of these.
If you are worried about carry-on items and you go carry-on only like many people, for your liquids, we carry GoToobs. We put all of our shampoo and conditioner and any liquids into these. They comply with the airline rules of being under 100 ml, and they're pretty attractive too. They come in different color codes, so you can go, my shampoo is green, my conditioner is white, my alcohol is blue. No. So these are great for your liquids, and what I really like is they have a really wide bottom as well, and they're easy to fill.
And then at least I know where my facial moisturizer is and my hand sanitizer. We can keep them all in these things.
Yes, Dave wears very expensive facial moisturizer. Okay, can I throw these? Sure.
Yeah, sure, throw them. Now, while we are also still talking about packing and what you're putting in your suitcase, I love to bring this up because I haven't seen many people with this, but this is what we use for our laundry bag, and it's actually a mesh bag, so that, you know, when you put your dirty underwear and everything else in there, it doesn't stink up. So if you put this in the hotel room, put all your stuff in there, when you throw it in, it's not holding the stink.
Yeah,
which is great.
It lets it breathe.
Yes.
In a more nicer way of saying it than Dave's stinky word.
Yes, and it's washable.
Yeah.
Just throw it in the washing machine, boom, gone, it's clean, and it's a good place to keep your dirties.
One more thing, I like having it because when I bring my laundry to the laundromat or anywhere to get it cleaned, I'm not using a plastic bag that they give it back in. They give me my laundry back in my mesh bag, and I'm helping the environment as well.
Speaking of laundry, we have always traveled with this. What is this?
A big black thing.
This is a portable clothesline, which is perfect for any long-term travelers out there where you're doing your own laundry and sinks. I know everybody's done it, come on, admit it. This is great, it just sticks up, it's suction on either side. You can hang it over the bathtub or wherever you like, and your clothes actually fit inside these little things.
So it's pegless.
It's pegless, so you don't need clothes pegs at all.
Yeah. I also use it when we're drying our suit. I just interrupted Dave. He had stuff to say, but I interrupted him. I like to use it when I'm drying our swimsuits or our sarongs as well. You can just hang them outside on your balcony. And it's not just suction. There's actually Velcro on it as well, so you can wrap it around poles.
Yeah,
Did you have something
super
else to add,
convenient.
Dave?
Well, no, not now. I guess you've covered everything. Next, let's do the packable day pack. I love this because, you know, wherever you go, you don't want to necessarily bring a huge heavy backpack. We bring it with camera gear, but for day trips where you just want to shove maybe an extra jacket or, you know, a small camera, some water or anything, this is great. It packs up super small. Eagle Creek makes them, and it turns out into a relatively, well, I think it's a good size day pack that you can fit, like I said, a whole bunch of stuff in, and it's just meant for day stuff. It's not super padded or anything like that, but great to take with you, and it fits nice and easy in your suitcase.
Another thing that we like to carry is a little collapsible water bottle for when we go on the plane. You know, you can't carry bottles with you anymore on the plane. So we just put this on through, and then when we get through security, we fill it up. And it's great. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You can have fresh water for free. And it's kind of nice and shiny too.
Yeah, it saves you a ton of money, right? You
That's
know,
what
like
it's all about.
water's insane to buy when you get through security, right? So this actually helps save you money, and it helps save the environment as well, because you're not using those nasty plastic water bottles. Here's something I bet nobody has really thought of, or not very many people. We travel with hard drives, and we talked about it in another video when we were talking about travel gadgets with little portable hard drives and stuff like that. And I like to keep mine in a Tupperware container. This gives it a layer of extra protection. It's airtight, so it's no problem. You can make sure it's all sealed in there and it's protected. And again, it doesn't take up much more extra room than you would have with your hard drive, but to keep it extra protected, you put the cords in there, everything, it all stays in one area.
Okay, let's talk about one more thing about the environment. We've mentioned it quite a bit. One thing that we have added to our travels is a canvas bag, just a very lightweight bag. So when we go shopping in the markets, we actually have our own. Plastic's becoming a real problem in the world, so bring your own bags with you. And it's great if you're overweight when you're at the check-in counter and they say your carry-on is overweight. We just shove our computers and anything in this little bag, and it makes it look like we just went shopping.
And if you are super weight conscious and you don't want to bring an extra little tote bag, remember, if you have the packable day pack, you can use that as well. Take it with you to the market and throw all your stuff in there.
Smart tip, Dave.
Anything we can do to help the environment and save plastic.
Something that I'm a fan of, and I just got a new one, I change one every year because I go through it so much, is I carry a PacSafe wallet. It holds my passports here, it holds all my ID, all my credit cards, it has place for my money and zippers, and it's PacSafe, so that means it's RFID, meaning that nobody can scan my credit cards and get my information. And I just think this is great to stay nice and organized, and then I keep it in my PacSafe bag. Hey, on our website, I have a great blog post called 8 Great Travel Organizers that we carry all of our bags in. That's a whole other video, so we're not gonna worry about that. But this is a cool piece of travel gear that we really like. Think RFID.
Woo, perfect. One of the things that a lot of people don't think about is having unique luggage or a unique suitcase so that someone doesn't walk away with your luggage. You can identify it on the belt nice and easy. And maybe you don't want to buy new luggage or anything like that because it's, luggage is not cheap these days. But there's a few solutions out there that you can use. We use 2. Number 1 is a handle identifier like this. It's red, it goes on the handle of your suitcase, it's Velcro, so when your black suitcase comes out and you see the one with the red handle, boom, you go, poof, that's mine. Easy, small, and carries very well. There's also the luggage wrap like this, and this is great because if you're into fashion or anything that's a little bit more loud, as you can tell, then this is great. It goes right around your whole suitcase, and you can put it through the straps of the suitcase as well. Buckles up here so that you don't have to worry about it coming off.
We have 2 more items to go through here, and these aren't things that you necessarily need, but if you're going off the beaten path, I highly recommend bringing them. Something we brought with us when we traveled through India was the PacSafe, and this is a little cage for your backpack. Now, we were staying in a lot of questionable bungalows and places. Like, we stayed in places for $4 a night, so it was really easy to break into, and we had about $10,000 worth of computer equipment and cameras, so we were worried. But with the PacSafe, we didn't have to be afraid of leaving our stuff behind. Whoops, the keys just fell out. What it is I'm gonna take it out, is a cage that goes around your backpack. And you can't get into it at all. You zip everything up, you put this cage around it, and then there is another chain that you can tie around. We actually put it in the bathroom and put it around pipes. We locked it to the bed, we locked it to the radiator, anything like that. We gave it a lock and we felt that we could actually leave everything behind. For people staying in hostels, I think it's a great idea because if you have your valuables with you, you can put it in here, lock it on your bed, and no one can get in and take it.
They're also great if you're doing like overnight trains or anything like that. And again, like Deb was saying, we used it in India where we would, put our backpack in there when we're going to sleep and just strap it around something that is immovable that you can't get to. So it just gives you that extra peace of mind to know that, you're not worrying about something getting broken into or somebody taking it while you're not there. And one last thing that I wanted to mention was a suture and syringe kit. I know a lot of people don't really think about this when they're traveling. They have their medical kit where they bring bandages and all that kind of stuff. But this is great to bring, especially if you're going to, off the beaten path destinations or like we said earlier, developing countries where maybe if you go for some medical care, you might not be using the needles that they're going to use to give you a shot or to stitch you up or anything like that. By bringing your own syringe kit, you know that it's safe and it's clean and they can use this, and it's a great thing to bring with you just in case. Well, I hope that gives you some idea of some things that you might not have thought of when it comes to travel gear. We use all of these things and have used them for years. They're tried and tested and true. We'd never recommend anything we hadn't used. So hope you learned something here. And if you want any more information, you can check the link down in the description that will go and show you where all these products are.
And if you are looking for more travel tips and travel advice, make sure you subscribe to our channel because we are putting up new travel videos every single week of the year.
Gonna love it.